Travelers going to Cabo Verde do need to complete the ease form, and it needs to be done at least 5 days before the start of your trip. Now, it took me a few attempts to even get past the first page. I had gone to my government's travel advisories. I used the link that they gave. It was official, but it didn't work. And so after a lot of trial and error and going through a deep dive into the internet, I did find the direct official link rather than the shortcut. And that's what was being advertised by my government and a couple of other governments. So I've included the direct link in the description below. I have also included a third party who can do this for you. They are reputable and they will get the job done for you if you are having some issues with the website and are in a time crunch. So to get started, like I said, I'm on the official website here. All I need to do is just click out of this little box. And then so to get to the next page, this is in Portuguese, don't worry, but you see those two boxes, it's going to be the top one for travelers. Go ahead and click there. And so here on this page, this is the registration page. You're just going to complete this information as per your passport. It's pretty self-explanatory. And so if you are another nationality, make sure you include that by clicking add another nationality. A drop-down box will appear. And once you're ready, make sure you go through everything. Make sure everything is correct as per your passport. And once you're ready, go ahead and click next step. Here on this page, you just need to include some additional personal information. They want to know your address. Where do you live? This is going to be your current address. I know sometimes people come to me and they say, well, I have multiple addresses. What do I put? Just put down your current address. Next, you're going to include your email address. They're going to send you a verification code. And once you get that verification code, there'll be further instructions. And they also want your phone number. And so once you're ready, go ahead and click on that verify email button and you'll get the next instructions. Here on this page, they want your travel information. Enter in your passport number. They also want you to reconfirm your passport number, issuing country, your date of expiry and issue. Scroll on down. They want to know the purpose of your trip. Is it business, official visit, holiday, health, study, or other? Go ahead and click whichever one applies to you. Also enter in your arrival date and your departure date. They want to know where you're entering from and your flight number. Enter in that address of where you're going to be staying in Cabo Verde. That could be a friend's house. That could be your hotel. And then once you're ready, go ahead and click next step. Here on this page, you just have a summary. Have a read through, make sure everything is correct. Make sure your name, your passport number, date of birth, place of birth, everything. Make sure it's correct, especially that entry and departure date. Just make sure everything is correct. And then scroll on down, you're going to see that airport security fee. It is roughly 31 euros. Tick those boxes, make sure you understand what you're clicking. And then once you're ready, go ahead and click next payment. Here on this page, you're going to enter in your card details. And once you're ready, go ahead and click confirm. It's now going to ask if you want to pay in your preferred currency, which is the currency your card's issued in, or you can pay in the local currency. I always recommend paying in the local currency because then your bank's going to use their exchange and it's often better. So then once you're ready, go ahead and click on your preferred currency. So after a few failed attempts after using Visa cards, I then switched to my MasterCard. In a different browser, I used Edge, and MasterCard worked in Edge. Visa did not. So there were quite a few tries. It was very frustrating. If you find yourself very frustrated in a time crunch, I do suggest using iVisa. And so I'll include some more information in the description below about using their services. I nearly gave up because my cards just weren't working, and I knew iVisa could definitely sort this for me and I wouldn't have any payment issues. So like I said, I'll include some more information in the description below. And so after you pay, check your email. You're probably going to get an email straight away. But so this is basically what the email looked like when I received it. And it did include a number just in case I did need to show proof I had paid. And also if you click on that link, it opens up to this receipt, which has all of your details. This is your confirmation. And so when you do arrive in Cabo Verde, now I flew into Sal, and so basically we went through immigration. There was a cash machine in the immigration hall. It didn't look like it worked. I did see a family trying to use it and they looked pretty frustrated. And then they have basically these electronic gates that you can use if you've already done this ahead of time. Otherwise, you do need to queue up with other passengers and process everything manually. And my understanding is you could pay there at the desk for immigration. Now, because I got this ahead of time, I went through to the gates, I scanned my passport, and I was through immigration within under 3 minutes. And that was it. And so with that, I hope that you go to Cabo Verde, you have a great time, and that's it. It's that easy.